Okay, Coach, we are about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at New Era Field in Orchard Park. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the Washington Redskins. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Now, 53, Mike. There we go. 25, check 25, check 25.
On first down, Carr. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. Boy, an aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate, but that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Tighten up.
Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Allen. It's complete to Diggs.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Go. 56.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
56. Round 80. We want this.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really frequent combination.
56, Mike 56. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. As far as undrafted players go, Philip Lindsay took most of the headlines a season ago, but remember, Robert Foster was undrafted out of Alabama as well, signed with the Bills in May of 2018, and had a pretty good year. 27 catches, 541 yards. In Washington territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. And again, it's Allen. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And Diggs has it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 27-yard line.
First and 10 at the 27.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. 56 the muck, boys. 56. Check 56. Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you.
Allen now on first down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Dawson Knox, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Hauschka adds the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with...
Through an opening, and there he goes. The 20. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis. 79 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
It's our time. It's our time.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go. Hey, watch it. Patch it.
Melvin Gordon, the 2-time Pro Bowler. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Hey, Alpha. 56 is the mic. You go, night.
And now they'll throw with Allen. Left side caught by Diggs. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
First down. First and 10.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. Jerry Hughes on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the 41, Carr. Catch made by Slayton. 20! And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
As a general manager, you're counting on your first and second round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. Now the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get a second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Under 10, under 10.
On the ground, Geis. And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is 3rd and goal. They run with Geis, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Darius Geis with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he spins through. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up. Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage just come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Allen's throw is complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Stop your whining. 49 to Mike. 49 to Mike.
Carr now on first down. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
Right now.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7.
Keep playing.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. 93. 93.
Hey, my 7.
Be a long day for you. 49. 49, guys. Mike. 49. 3 buzz. 49's the Mike.
Now Carr. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Check. 29. 49's the Mike. 49's the Mike. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Hey, zoom.
49.
Shotgun now for Carr. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. McKenzie now to return it. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now this time, Allen will throw. Got an open man. It's Foster. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. On 1st down, Allen. Open man, here's Foster. 25 yards that time. Allen now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. And they're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Now Allen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
It's his target. It's Adrian Peterson. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
A gain of 26 yards. 1st down, Washington.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And now we'll get a... late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Check 50, check 50.
Middle.
To the air, Allen. And this will be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Exit.
50, Mike 50. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Pass 85. Pass 85.
Let's get in their holes.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
6-18. Hey, Echo.
What's the run? They're running.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash. Set.
He's right, Chief. Express.
Undercut.
On first down, this is Geis. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, wahoo!
SOS. 49, guys. Mike.
Express. Hey, later, two.
From just shy of midfield, Carr flushed out right. That's complete to Slayton. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 22-yard line.
And Derek Carr just keeps improving. He can be dangerous not just inside the pocket, but as we see here, outside of it as well.
Kid born in California, played his high school ball in Texas, had quarterback written all over it. Shotgun handoff down to Geis. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. What happened there? Was that just a missed assignment on the O-line?
It certainly felt like it, but also the speed of the play. When you're talking about defensive end, they want to be ahead of the clock, don't they? They want to be upfield, making plays on every snap. How about his agility there to run that one down?
Down. 280. Later, 9.
Mike, check 33.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Hey, check Mike 33. Check. Later, 1. Express.
Mike, check 33.
Hey, Foxtrot. That's up.
On second and 15 now. Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
Brings up second and 4 at the 13-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Here we go. 50. Mike 50. Come on, D. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Check 3.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between second and 4 and second and 8 and 9.
5 wide.
From the 24, Allen. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Allen now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. That's complete. It's Gordon. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
No gain on this defense. No gain.
Now Gordon on first down. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Buffalo. All even as we get ready to start the fourth.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
On second and 9. Allen. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. A gain there of 21 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
At the Redskins' 19-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Hey, home. Go.
Allen. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
I got him.
Now on third and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his first touchdown on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Hauschka with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Tremaine Edmonds, the Bills' leading tackler as a rookie last year, in on the stop there.
Second and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Squeeze, double, double.
29. 29.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
That's it.
Carr going to throw. That's caught by Trey Quinn. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
First down, Redskins.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Back, back, back.
Hey, 734.
Taco. Joker.
Well, Dumbo. Get down, get down.
On first down, it's Gibson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. OP.
And a give this time to the tailback. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, was the one disrupting there defensively.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 45-yard line.
Down. Slide 85.
Mike, number 53.
Hey, 734. Express. Bravo.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
637.
On 2nd and 12, Carr gonna look deep for Wilson. That's gonna be knocked away and incomplete. Micah Hyde able to get a hand in and knock that one away. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary can really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Check. Switch. Crunch.
A carry now for McKissick. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I know you feel that.
So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, Haywood.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. And no, it's incomplete. It was Teron Johnson that time who had that play covered from the start. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized, you know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go right back to Singletary. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's get it together, team. Half.
Hey, alert 3.
Regular. Go.
Mike's 50. Here we go, team.
Allen to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
At the 5-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Check that down. Wide. Get wide.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Hey, Charlie.
Carr going to go on 4th down. They're able to locate Wilson. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed him. Instead, 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
after the incomplete pass brings them up 2nd and 10.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
93. 93. Hey, Alpha.
53. Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot.
29.
53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Guys, it's game.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
A 41-yard gain. First down, Redskins.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Come on, baby.
One final try now for Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So for Buffalo, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.